Boom! What up, Mirepoix fam?
Wow.
Wow! Wow!
This feels like a new thing right here, man.
Dog, I don't even know if I remember how to get done with the get down.
Hey, well, guess who's back, guys? Yo, welcome back, man. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy
Right.
Halloween.
For the first time ever, the
Yeah.
Mirepoix. Dude, it's been a minute. Okay, so happy everything. We know it's been a minute, but we always got to kick things off with the welcome to the Mirepoix podcast. As you may or may not know, the Mirepoix is traditionally a French culinary term to describe one of the greatest flavor bases known to man. A reduction of a little bit of onions, carrots, and celery. They reduce in a little bit of butter and fat. Makes an amazing flavor base. Our Mirepoix is our talents, our expertise, our suave charm and good looks, reduced down by you, the viewer, to create the greatest base for any conversation known to mankind. I am one of your hosts, Gilberto Casimiro Valdez Arias, the reigning guild master for the guild, a event planning expertise company where our name really shows who we are. We have mercenaries, we got everyone under the sun to give you the greatest event you've ever had, no matter what you're trying to celebrate, or even if you're just trying to party. And I am joined by yours truly.
Man, you did that like you never left, bro. Let's see if I remember my elevator pitch. Chef Kai's from the Chef Kai's Experience, where we provide a luxurious dining experience in the comfort of your own home or the environment of your choosing. Meaning that we do it all as well, man. Weddings, corporate events, traveling chef services, in-home private dinners, wherever you would have us, so shall we be also. And
Oh,
yeah, man, that's
we
who we
back.
are, man. How y'all doing, man? It's been 3 months, four
Yeah.
months. Let me get this chat going on. I
Oh,
see
yeah.
somebody already peeping in there, man.
Uh,
But it's been such a long time, bro. Catch us up on the guild, bro. I think the last we heard of you was doing the Tamale King, taking over the city with the best tamales known to
yeah.
man.
So, man, it's really been that long, huh? So, the holiday season kicked into overgear exactly as we intended,
Mm-hmm.
and it kicked so hard that it felt like we were ducks, as I love to be, paddling furiously underneath the surface. But above, all you can see is sleek, smooth sailing across the waters. Tamale King was a whole lot of fun, a whole lot of trials. It was a good feeling of who I am and what this company means to me. Pursuit of excellence in every endeavor we take on, and nothing's out of our wheelhouse, nothing's out of our realm. Called up all the mercenaries. We ended up rolling something like, whoo,
13,000 or something?
yeah, 13, 14,000. I don't even remember, man. It was so much. House was a total chaos. The kitchens were looking feisty. But man, we sold them. I think all in all, we made a good impact on the people. We did huge pickup parties, which is what I love to do, is just big events where I'm feeding hundreds on thousands of people. We did smaller pop-ups. That way anyone could come out, grab a plate or buy a dozen to go. We hung out at a church once. We spread the Tamale King name far and wide in the only way we know how, and that is through sales and touching people's hearts, touching people's stomachs. We moved into the new year with a renewed confidence to really make some things crack, and this month has been spent doing a whole lot of the things that nobody likes to do, you know, making graphics, making sales pitches, reaching out, cold calling people to set ourselves up for the next one. We got some big things coming, so if you have not done so, again, my name is Gilberto Casimiro Valdez Arias. You can find my business page at The Guild TX on Instagram. That is spelled TheGildTX. There is no U in the guild yet. If you're looking to come work with us, if you're looking to have us put on a special event for you, reach out on Instagram, go to our website, theguild.net, or just shoot me an email, give me a call, you know. Slide in the DMs. I'm sure you'll see this on Instagram soon enough.
In the DMs.
But yeah, man. So How'd your year end out, my friend?
It went very well. USAA ended up being one of our top clients of the entire year
Yeah.
last year, and so the last event of the year was a Christmas party, serving about 30 of their executives. So that was a lot of fun. Got a chance to go home. Saw my dad do his Christmas party for the Mercy House, his community center out there. Fed about 300 people, gave money and toys and stuff to the kids. And I was able to kind of make a nice little video for him doing that. And if you follow my page, you might be seeing me tag New Media, which is kind of another venture that I'm looking to get into, creating videos and doing the graphics, menus, pretty much all the behind scenes and your face of your business. I kind of want to definitely venture off into that, but man, we've been pretty busy. January has, like you said, man, it's the month that nobody, really wants to do. Pretty much the anticipating of the big events coming up.
Yeah.
You're just kind of, moving rapidly while you're floating along as you did with the duck analogy. But it's been a pretty great year, 2023, 2024, of course, being the Kobe year, man.
Yeah.
The expectations are high. And you haven't been seeing us on the Mirepoix, but we've been doing this thing called the Morning Brew. I think we were doing that before we stopped.
Not as consistently, but yeah. Actually, no, did we? It's been too long.
It's been way too long.
But the Morning Brew is definitely something y'all should check out. It is on our Instagram, and it's sort of how we connect with everyone on a day-to-day basis. If you don't know, Caius and I read a book. We dissect through it every morning. We go through a chapter a day. We work out together. We talk about our goals for the day, how our day before went, how we can help each other out. And we hold each other accountable by doing it online, by going live on our Instagram at the Mirepoix Podcast. So give that a follow if you haven't done that either. But yeah, definitely another way for us to just keep in touch, for us to talk, for us to chat, and for y'all to hop in the chat there and let us know, how your morning's going, what you got planned of the day. Community, the best part about it is holding each other accountable and watching that community grow together.
Oh, yeah. And
But,
so, yeah, man, I guess to that extent, we are pretty much, as you can imagine, rebranding what the Mirepoix looks like. The first wave, I believe, was pretty much just getting our footing, understanding who we are. And I think the second wave was us developing in our business. Gilberto actually launched the guild while we were doing the Mirepoix, and now he's full time as the guild. And so I think year 24, the Kobe year, is the year of the execution of how we intentionally look for ways to educate you guys, those who are curious about what being a private chef, event planner looks like, pretty much our steps A through Z. And also, man, we're always still learning. Reading Unreasonable Hospitality, man, we're learning that there's a lot of things that we can pretty much learn from people that have done this on a whole nother level. So I guess before we deep dive into that, man, as always, we gotta have the food and the drinks.
yeah.
You care to tell us about these cocktails that we have here, brother?
Yeah, so as Kais was mentioning, it's the Kobe year. We got a lot of big things happening. We got a lot of big things going. But most importantly, we are evolving, we are growing, and we are not content with where we were before. We're going to be content with the strive forward, and we bring that to the Mirepoix as well. One of my biggest Kobe memories to say is that commercial he did. Kanye's on there and he's like, "What the fuck do you mean, Kobe?" But one of the things he says or asks is, "Can you be the same animal but a different beast? Or can you be the same beast but a different animal?" Something like that. And that stuck with me ever since he said it, Can you stay on brand? Can you stay on message? Can you stay who you are, but just be better at it? You know, can you really push the envelope? And that is what we're doing here with the Mirepoix.
Absolutely.
So instead of doing, you know, the bingo as we were doing before, which was great to help us gather inspiration, to help keep our time busy, to keep us growing in our skill set and our tool set, this is the Kobe year where it's all about business. And to that end, we realized, why not let the Mirepoix be a bigger part of our businesses? So we got some big events coming up. We're doing some really cool stuff. And instead of doing bingo for food and drink, instead of just doing things at random, the direction we're taking it is, just as Kai said, giving y'all sort of that behind the scenes look of, hey, this is what our prep looks like, this is what our planning looks like. And the meals and drinks we feature are ones that are going to be used in an upcoming event, whether we're at the end of the R&D process, whether we're at the beginning of the R&D process. This is us picking each other's brain live on camera for y'all to watch. We're reducing down our skills, our talents, our expertise to create the best thing we can create for our events. So one of the big ones I got coming up early in the year is the Eclipse. I've partnered up with a beautiful venue, Le Bon V Ranch out in the Hill Country, where, you know, the line of totality is, where the Eclipse is going to be the best place to watch it. And their venue can fit, I think they said like max capacity allowed per legalities is about 5,000 people.
Ooh, man.
And they are looking to fill it up as much as they can. I'll be making a post on my Instagram soon about what we'll be doing there, what we'll be going with, and where y'all can get your tickets if you want to come out and look at the Eclipse while getting some of the best service out there. But to that end, one of the things that the venue asked me to do was, hey, yeah, handle the food, please, awesome, great. But can you also create sort of almost like a convenience store for the people that don't want to splurge on food and drink, that don't want a cocktail, that don't want wine, they just want a soda and a bag of chips for the day. Can you do something like that? And we sat and we asked ourselves, okay, well, what does that look like? What is it? And we've defined it as the Eclipse Bodega. Yes, I'm gonna have little sodas and little snacks available, but I always want to leave my impact on, these are the specialty items. And one of the things I want to do is provide, instead of just sodas, here's some aguas frescas. It's one of the best feelings, one of the greatest things, especially hopefully a relatively hot day with sunshine and good breeze and all that. Nothing beats it. And so today, to help move towards that and to truly create the best aguas frescas I can, I'm experimenting with my favorite, fresa, strawberry. And so essentially in front of us, I got 3 different ones. Not gonna lie, the ice kind of melted, so I grabbed a little stir stick. Feel free to use it if you so need. But right in the middle is the traditional strawberry or fresa agua fresca. Basically just cream, strawberries, water, ice. There you go, you got it. You just mess around with the formulas and how you do it. On our left here, or on the viewer's right, the slightly brighter pinkier one, that is my inclusion of herbal flavors. One of the big things that I really am challenging myself with this Eclipse Bodega is, how can the Eclipse play a role in inspiring me? And so I'm going for really 2 sort of sharp flavors or powerful flavors that are competing to see which one is in front, which one comes out on the forefront, therefore the Eclipse. So these are aguas eclipses, if you will. So the bright pinky, I got strawberry and mint, which, let's be real, combo as old as time, everyone knows it, but how can I bring it forward into an agua fresca? And then over here, I have basically strawberry and spicy. So everyone loves a strawberry margarita. San Antonio, it's gotta have a little bit of kick to it too. And I said, well, what if we turn that into an agua fresca? And so this is just a flavor test. See which flavor really stands out, if the inclusion of these things really help make it more special, and then I'll enter the next stage of R&D there on how I'm going to present it, how I'm really going to take it over the top, and how I'm going to truly perfect this recipe. But that's what we got, drinks in front, and I've been eyeing these sandwiches, I've been smelling these sandwiches. Fill us in, bro. What are we R&Ding here with you, my guy?
So we have the Titans of Tailgate coming up this Saturday, which is a smoke grill competition with a lot of local chefs in San Antonio. And like I said, it's a competition. So, you know, we always want to put our best foot forward, whether we're competing or not. We want Chef Kai's experience to leave a very, very memorable experience with you. So, with that being said, we wanted to kind of appeal to all senses always. We're looking for something sweet, salty, savory, crunchy, creamy, buttery, grilled, just all the elements.
Yo.
And with that, we have a chipotle orange marinated grilled chicken. I did one that has chicken breast, one has some chicken thighs. We topped that off with a mixture of smoked mozzarella, smoked Gruyere, a little bit of Kobe Jack cheese. Made a herbaceous ranch. Did some applewood smoked bacon. A little bit of what else we got there? Pickles, and yeah, Alabama barbecue sauce coleslaw. So pretty much, in Alabama we have a white barbecue sauce, which funny enough I didn't even know about this until I moved to Texas. But I moved to Texas and found out this whole time Alabama had a white barbecue sauce, and pretty much it's a mayo, apple cider vinegar, some horseradish, a little bit of brown mustard, some honey, and seasoning spices and whatnot. So complements a slaw pretty well, because that's basically what a slaw is in terms of the creaminess. So yeah, man, and to be completely transparent, like we said, we are R&D in this. So far, we're not getting that. Yo, this is the gem right here. That this is the winning dish just yet. However, that's why we're here to be able
That's why
to
we in the lab.
to taste and to kind of critique and grow the process, man. The last two competitions I won, I made both of those dishes multiple times before I got it to that spot of being the best dish of the night. So I
Here
take
we
that
go.
as here we
Yeah.
are. You know what I'm saying?
And
So,
we're letting y'all in on this process.
yeah.
So
So
yeah, dude, where you want to start? Hold on, let me give these in a little stir.
I'm gonna cheers first and go to the original. Would you say this one is probably the mildest in flavor, and then they just kind of?
I mean, ish, kind of, yeah. I'll say this is the most simple. This is literally just strawberry agua fresca. If you went and ordered it, this is what you'd get from 99.9% of all the places here in San Antonio, in Mexico, or wherever.
Cool.
Creamy, pretty, rich.
Refreshing.
Yeah. And I will say one of the hardest things I find when I'm like trying different stuff is always like they're all so good,
Yeah.
you know, and it takes effort to really say, okay, but can they be better?
Exactly.
Why does this one work? Why does this one not? And so with this being the base, with this being the standard, with this being the way that people have done it for years and years and years, I see why. It's creamy, it's refreshing. The strawberry really adds that sort of more than just sweetness. It adds a depth of flavor that really makes it stand out. And honestly, yeah, I would slam these down on a hot summer's day. When I was in Mexico recently, last year, on the beach side, there was a little cart that just had like 6 slots for aguas frescas, and I'm pretty sure I drank like 2 gallons of this. But yeah, so that's what it is. That's why it stands out to me. You know, do you see any reason why people love this? Do you see any things to lean towards, knowing that this is the classic?
Well, I was going to ask you, what is your cream base for this?
Evaporated milk and regular milk.
Okay.
Yeah, or I'm sorry, condensed milk and regular milk.
I would love to see this with coconut cream.
Do a little bit of coconut, add a little bit of tropical to it.
Yeah, I think that would be.
You know, when it comes to so I might be giving away too much sauce here, but the next step in this is, of course, the presentation.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things I was talking about before we started this was clarifying them.
Yep.
And when I clarify, I like to use a mixture of like coconut cream, Coco Lopez, a little bit of coconut oil with it too, just because it helps cut back some of the sharpness from the acidity that you're using to clarify it with. So definitely the little tropical may take it. And then what we got there? Oh yeah, Honestly, I took a little sip of this guy earlier. Don't forget to give it a little stir. It might be too watery, but you'll see. You'll
What
see.
is he about to say, man? Let's tap in.
It does well to eclipse. It does go for that sort of thing I was going for, but the way that I put the mint into this, I basically made it in with part of the strawberry pulp.
Mm.
It doesn't add the refreshingness. It kind of takes away from it being refreshing. It makes it a lot
Which is
more earthy.
weird, because mint is a refreshing herb.
Yeah.
Why is it thicker?
Because the pulp is probably thicker. Because the pulp has those greens in it. So basically, the way I make them, just for anyone who wants to make them at home, I take the strawberries first, add water, stick it in a blender. That makes my pulp. I strain it out, till I get nothing but just the pulp left, and that liquid becomes sort of the base for it. You know, the watery strawberry goodness. From there, I dump in half the pulp back into the blender, and then I add my condensed milk, and then I add regular milk, blend all that up together, fuse those two together, add ice. There you go, aguas frescas. Not gonna lie, a little bit of pro tip, add a touch of salt when you're blending it all together, and it really helps kind of bring it all to life. I know it sounds weird, but salt it, please.
Balance,
Trust
man.
me.
It's that balance. Yeah.
And yeah, but when I did it with the mint, like I said, I don't know why it somehow loses the refreshness that I want from mint, and it takes away from the refreshing that I'm looking for when someone, takes a sip of this drink.
I wonder if you could maybe do a mint simple syrup and maybe separate it and then combine it towards the end and see how that could go.
Yeah,
I'll say for sure so far, I'm definitely going for the original.
The Classico, yeah, no, that's how I feel. Because it's weird that the mint somehow adds almost it tastes like mint, but it also kind of feels almost like basil. Like the back or what's sitting in the tongue afterwards feels a lot more earthy than it does like that mint refreshiness, and it's strange.
That grassy, that verdant.
Yeah. And finally, of course, we're gonna have what's probably gonna be my favorite, well, a little bit of spice of life. Oh yeah, you're right. So this one, same exact process, except I kind of almost stewed down the strawberries and the jalapenos to really get that liquid and drenched in that flavor. And then just like before, I ran it through the blender, did the steps as you see or as I explained earlier. But still get some of that refreshness from the OG. Still feels thicker though. Still feels thicker. I think I might need a case of more water added to it. But I'm not gonna lie, I like the spice in the background. It feels like an eclipse because it goes down like a classic, smooth, creamy, refreshing. But then all of a sudden you're left with a little bit of spice in your mouth. And you're like, what happened? Oh, the strawberry agua fresca eclipsed the spice.
The catch-22 drink.
Yo.
The cream cools off the spice, but the spice is in the coolness. I would say, man, this one is still my favorite, but I think if this one was a tad bit sweeter.
Yo.
Are these supposed to be semi-sweet, or they're
No, they're definitely supposed to be like almost to the point of I don't like them that sweet.
Yeah.
I don't like sweet beverages like that, like liquid dessert.
Right.
So I'm trying to cut it back. But yeah, the condensed milk is really what gives it its sweetness.
Okay.
But I might fuck around with the idea of adding simple syrup to it, especially because these two came out way thicker.
Yeah.
These are almost like melted milkshake, and I feel like. Whether it is just adding more water, whether it's doing a jalapeno simple syrup instead of stewing the strawberries in with it, and kind of seeing it that route and see how that goes.
I'm excited to see how this evolves, bro.
Yeah.
Especially if you do it the clarified version, because I'm sure that's going to make it lighter as well. So,
yeah, honestly, clarifying it excites the hell out of me. Like clarifying it gets me going. I don't know, it's such a simple thing to do, but it adds such a touch of like class to it. Like I don't know a better way to describe it.
I mean, that's what it is, bro. It's an experience.
Oh man, I just realized people are popping off in chat and I don't have my binoculars. I see Mr. Bose. I see Cassie. Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think you clarifying it is going to lighten it up. And I don't like sweet things either, so that's another reason why I probably this is a drink that I could for sure drink, especially on a nice warm summer morning at the beach or something, South Padre, man. This would be a really nice, even for a brunch, bro. This would be a great brunch cocktail. I can see that being something like that as well.
Dude, one of the nice parts about these two is because they're cream based. Like you can literally follow any cream based cocktail, and by that I mean you can just add rum to this.
Oh yeah.
And there you go. There's your beach drink. It's just rum fresca, whatever you want to call it. Honestly, like it's really weird how whenever anyone asks me to do like a non-alcoholic beverage, like, hey, can you do like a tea or a lemonade or aguas frescas or you know something? I just always end up making mocktails. Like it just always turns into, yeah, man, if you just add liquor to this, woo, you'll be great.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much what mocktails are, though. Just cocktails without alcohol.
Right?
So
It just
makes sense that way. You think about a lemonade, it's pretty much a margarita almost, you know, or chatas. What's the...
Oh yeah, they got rum chata too.
Yeah, rum chata and all this other stuff.
So hey, when y'all come to the Eclipse party and y'all come to check this out, I may or may not have a few bottles of rum in the cooler with me.
That's gonna be dope.
You let me know if you need a little floater.
That's gonna be hey, that's the bodega right there, bro.
Dude, yeah. Hey, give me the agua fresca the Yawkey way.
Yeah. Ain't no better way, bro.
All right, so tale of two. Hold on, let me hold these up to the camera because goddamn, you always make them look so beautiful, man. And give us a rundown of what we got on each side. We got the round one, the pointy one.
Yeah, so they pretty much have the same thing. The difference is going to be the texture with the bread. So the bread is going to be the vehicle, and actually a very huge impact will be made by whichever one we decide on. So ciabatta bread is going to be a lot denser in terms of texture. Ciabatta breads for me are kind of reminds me of like a pizza dough, like the old school like Pizza Hut dough. So it's really nice and thick. And then on the other side we have the brioche bun, which is sweet. It's lighter. It's an eggy dough, so a lot of bounce to it. Not nearly as dense. Sweeter, I think I already said that. But just so you know, you're gonna have think of a bit more texture. Think like a sub or something, going to Subway or something like that, versus your standard restaurant brioche bun, something sweet or something lighter. So let me know.
I'm gonna say right here from looks, because this is for Titans of Tailgate, right?
Yeah.
So whether there's a game or not going on, it is to capture the feeling of tailgating.
Right.
Brioche already looks more like tailgate food.
Okay.
Like this definitely looks like a good ass fucking sandwich, a fancy, like it looks like this. I'm ordering from what are they called? The bougie term that the patisseries, not the patisseries. He talks about them all the time. Not boucheries. I don't know. Either way, it looks like a nice sandwich like you order from a shop.
Words I ain't never heard of, bro.
Bro, it's in the book. He keeps talking about how the chef was classically trained and brasseries.
Got you.
This looks like a brasserie. Like this looks like I'm gonna order it. I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna eat the hell out of it. This looks like tailgate. Still, I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna love the hell out of it. But it looks more apropos.
Yeah.
I don't know if the judges are gonna be judging off that. I doubt it, but something to keep in mind. But yeah, dude, I'm gonna dive right into ciabatta though.
All right, let's go to ciabatta first.
Yo, ciabatta. Ciabatta stay fresh. Oh man.
dense bread, which is I like the texture. I like the firmness. I like the chew.
Mm-hmm. It's a sandwich.
It's
It's
a
sandwich bread.
It feels like a sandwich. It feels like the Station Cafe a little bit for me, man. Just good bread. We have a lot of flavors going on in there, and just holds it all together, bro. It's just a tight one, you know.
Mm. I'm gonna say right off rip. So I had a piece of chicken by itself. Fell out of the sandwich, boom, threw it down. That chicken was smoky. It was sultry. That chicken was delicious. And when it all is coming together, I see what you were saying earlier about like it feels like it's missing something. I think it may even have too much because I lost all that sultry smokiness of the chicken with everything else that's going on. Yeah.
So that's the same thing that Mia said came by. Because we also tried the chicken by itself, and the chicken by itself is like, I mean, just eat the chicken, bro. But you obviously can't go to the Titans of Tailgate and just serve.
Here's a pan of chicken.
Yeah, here's a little chicken bite. So I was even entertaining the thought of maybe doing a nacho with the chicken on top or something to allow the chicken to stand out a little bit more. Because I do agree, maybe it's just too much going on that it's a grill competition, it's a smoke competition. So you want to be able to
Showcase
accent the grill. So
I'm gonna say this: that chicken by itself is winning the competition. Like I don't care who goes up against you. That chicken was. Remember one of the first events I ever did with you? That whole place. I'm talking like 10, 15 super rich old white people. Oh boy, Casa's chicken, so good.
that
And they were not wrong.
Some chicken, bro.
And they were not wrong. That chicken was life-changing, bro. And I think what made that chicken shine for them, or at least for me, was, I don't want to say it's simplicity because that sort of implies that you didn't put in the effort. The effort you put in to kind of go into the background, you know? Like, that chicken, I'm not going to say you served it by itself. That was a lie. There were plenty of side dishes and all sorts of stuff going on. It was a complete meal. But the chicken itself was served as just the chicken. Like, hey, here's a chicken, here's some slices, take the whole breast, take a wing, take whatever you want. It's all going to be good. And it was. And I think sandwich is still definitely the way to go. Like I said, especially with this brioche, this looks like tailgate food. But I really think that you may have put your whole foot into the accoutrements, and that is taking away from the chicken itself. Yeah. So maybe there's a world where the slaw ain't as heavy, or maybe there's a little bit more vinegar in it to help cut through it. Maybe you changed up the pickled stuff a little bit differently. But I ain't gonna lie, this sandwich is hidden though. It's crazy to say a 9.5 can still be better. You know what I mean?
It's like, it's a good sandwich, man. Like, if I wanted a sandwich, I would have no problems eating this sandwich at all. Like, it has the flavors. It's just, is it tailgate grill smoke competition worthy? And
worthy, yes. I'm gonna say that for sure. You can put this sandwich toe to toe to anyone's menu, anyone's thing. This is a phenomenal sandwich.
We want to win though.
Yeah.
Right? So we're trying to figure out what needs to be done to win this thing, bro.
Yeah, nah, dude. I'm telling you, I think try messing around with the accoutrements of the sandwich, and I think allowing the natural flavors of that chicken, or I guess not natural, but that smoked, sultry flavor that you put into that chicken to shine a little bit more.
Okay.
Whether it is simplifying it by removing the sauce and just saying, hey, it's chicken and pickled veg. Ooh, whether it's the coleslaw, something. But I think the extras are taking away instead of building up on that smoky.
I feel that.
Oh man, so good.
Let's try this brioche. And I've been picking over this stuff all day, guys. So I kind of one bite and done. But I'll eat with you, bro.
Hold on. And these were both dolled up the same way.
Mm-hmm. The bread does make a big difference, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's sweeter.
Yeah, and that like slight sweetness though I think brings out the smokiness a little bit more. Because the bite I just took of that definitely has that smoke shine a little bit more. I don't know if it's the bacon. I don't know if it's just the bread. I don't know how this wasn't a part of the last one.
Literally the same thing, bro.
But yeah, no.
So that's another thing that my cousin mentioned. She liked the brioche better than the ciabatta for this dish. And I just don't like sweetness. But I agree with you. I can taste the smokiness of the dish better with and it just makes sense. You know, smoke kind of has a sweet nuance to it. Especially using mesquite wood, it's kind of a sweeter wood flavor. So I can see that, man.
I mean, shit, anytime I smoke anything, brisket, chicken, turkey, whatever, there's always brown sugar in my rub.
Oh yeah.
So, nah, I'm definitely I'm on team brioche bread. I'm on team simplifying the accoutrement. And maybe what helps bring it all home? Spice. What if we added a spicy element? Took away a bit of that creamy element, added a little bit of sweet, smoky, spicy.
This is the spice one, bro, because there's like chipotle. I threw a whole can of chipotle peppers in there, bro.
Well, if I ain't sweating, I ain't spicy, all right?
Hey, I gave Cassie a piece of chicken, bro. She's like, pica. This guy's like, need some heat. Hey, this is the guy putting jalapenos in the agua fresca. So, what else could you expect, bro?
Hey, dude, look, spice. Let's be real. Spice is the spice of life. All right, it's in the name.
Hey, no shit, Sherlock. Hey, that's gonna be a meme. Spice is the spice of life.
Look, some people try to say challenges are spice is the spice of life.
You just need spice. Nah, I feel it, bro.
But I will say this though, I will stand firm on. I am team brioche, and I am team simplifying the accoutrement. You know, and I think if you play around with those, I think you'll have your winner because like I said, and shit, like you said too, the chicken by itself is winning you that competition. So now you just got to figure out how to let that chicken shine.
Okay, so we're not gonna shy away from sandwiches at all. We just need to.
Cause dude, chicken sandwich, bro, at a tailgate, chicken sandwich, nothing ever gets beat. Oh, you ever been to any like big tailgates? Like not like, hey, we're partying at the house, but like true, honest to God, in the parking lot pimping.
So yeah, man, that's another thing that I was thinking about too. Cause what are they serving? Bratwurst. They're serving wings, ribs, pizza, chips and dips and stuff like that. And so I'm just trying to figure out, like, no, I don't want to do none of that. Like, my first thought was to do a flatbread.
Yeah.
With some cheese inside of it, almost like a naan stuffed with cheese. Or naan,
They're gonna say us for pronouncing it wrong anyways. Y'all know what it is.
Some smoked shaved beef on top with like some au jus in a little cup. And dipping it almost like the birria, but my interpretation of it.
Hey, a French dip flatbread, baby.
Exactly, but these guys want me to do 500 of them.
Oh, here's your little ramekin.
You know what I'm saying?
And you're gonna lose a lot of the. Honestly, if you did do that, you would lose a lot of what would make that special.
Yes.
By being constrained to that. And like, don't get me wrong, totally different story. For viewers at home, if you got 500 friends and family and colleagues and classmates and you want that French dip flatbread, yeah, that's happenable. We can do that. He can do that. But when you're asking him to go to a competition for free $99, Yeah, that's a different story. That's a
You know,
different
I
story.
gotta bring my team out there. And
Yeah.
I'm really trying to sell to them. Let's have a good time, guys. You know, I'm not gonna pay you. You're gonna have unlimited food and drinks while we're there, but let's
You get
have
a free
fun.
ticket to Titans of Tailgate.
You get a free ticket to work. You know what I'm saying? So, and shout out to my team for being so awesome and volunteering for all these events. But yeah, man, I wanted to do something that would be simple enough to execute, but still have a wow factor.
Yeah.
Because one thing I will say, bro, we've been to these events before. What's missing? Flavor.
Bro.
You just like, bro, I just spent $80 to eat water, essentially. And
so many people phone it in for those large scale things.
Yeah.
And like, I think that's what helps us stand apart is that it doesn't matter how many people we're feeding, we're gonna put effort into it. Like, I can't tell you, for example, there is a restaurant in between here and Austin that also offers catering. When you go to their restaurant, everything is plated beautifully. You see the full kitchen at work. You know, you see them getting fresh produce in, fresh meats, working with local farmers, things like that. And then when I saw them catering an event once, they were unloading a big old Cisco truck. A bunch of pre-made stuff. And I was like, hey, this isn't your restaurant. Like, are you the chef? You know, is this what? Oh, man. Well, they're asking us to feed like 100+ people, man. All at the same time. No. We need to rely on this prep stuff. And I'm like, hey, I'll power to you. Run your business however you want. But that is the norm for any large event. Any large event, whether it's a caterer, a restaurant, or anything, you'll see them phone it in. And you'll see them just bring out the generic.
Cisco is actually sponsoring this event. So,
shout out Cisco.
So I'm very curious to see what comes out of it. You know, because I already know they got the pre-packaged marinated skirt steaks.
Yeah.
And, you know, different sauces.
And look, I'm gonna say this: no knocking on the prep stuff. Anyone that saves you prep work is a lifesaver, no matter how they package it and sell it to you. But there's some people that just buy microwavable meals and buy 500 of them to say they're gonna feed 500, and it's sad.
Just put a little bit of parsley on it and voila, you know?
Done. No, but I will say this though, shout out Cisco and large scale providers. When I was working on tour and I was part of a coffee team and we went from music festival to music festival and literally we were going every weekend, we were just driving. Like there were no time to stop at restaurant depots, you know, there was no time to swing by a grocery store. Most of these music festivals are happening out in the middle of nowhere anyways. And shout out Cisco, because what they would do is they would drive a truck out there and fill it with whatever you needed. So like you could call a Cisco ahead of time and say, hey, I'm gonna be at this music festival. I'm sure you're already getting other orders. Can we add in? Damn, now I'm popular?
Perfect time.
And phone ain't rang all day. And now all of a sudden everyone wanna call me. But yeah, they rolled up and they showed up because they had the resources to do so, and I'm sure they made a lot of money on it too. So shout out to that. Shout out to them for sponsoring cool events like this. But no shout outs for the chefs that buy pre-made stuff and then just resell it or reheat it. But yeah, no. It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good time.
It's gonna for sure be a good time, man.
Yeah. Can people? Okay, so how does one vote for you at Titans of Tailgate? Is it an in-person drop a ticket? Is it
our favorite method of ticket dropping? So you know, if y'all love your boy, come by, drop your ticket. There's gonna be 33 chefs on the roster, and they're telling us to prepare for 500. From my experience, 500 typically looks like more like 350 or so.
Yeah.
So we'll be ready for the 350. But yeah, come by, drop the tickets. There's gonna be a whole lot of options. No one's gonna get through all 33 chefs comfortably. So come to us first.
Thanks for offering the comfortably there, because I was about to be like, boy, I'm gonna go get me 33 plates of food right now.
You're gonna probably get 16, 17 just think, bro. Like eating. Just imagine 5 people had sliders. Let's just start there. 5 of the 33 had sliders. Then you got 28 other things to eat, bro.
So there is a fun. I went and did, or I was lucky enough to be part of the team that went and did the. It was in Sugarland, and it was the wine and pastry festival. And I remember when we were on our way up there. This is when I was working at Clementine, and we were serving a version of our Crunch Bar. And the Clementine Crunch Bar is normally about yay big, Twinkie size. Absolutely delicious. It's phenomenal. Elise definitely knows what she's doing, and she deserves all the accolades and all the James Beard nominations she's gotten. But I remember when she was prepping for it, and because I was going to be the one to go out and help her, I had to help her prep it as well. She made them smaller. And all of a sudden, I was like, yo, girl, you genius, because we're giving these away for free anyways. And she goes, oh, no, this is like the mandatory size for the event. Like, they limit you on how big your item can be because there are going to be 50 plus
So
people
much.
there. Yeah. And I think that is, as far as the organization side, I think that is a beautiful touch because, like, I can only imagine how many people are going to be going to the Titans tailgate, getting, like you said, 5 sliders and saying, man, those were so good, but I don't have room for anything else.
Exactly, dude.
And then feeling some type of way, or even worse, now your competition's been compromised, you know? If I'm the guy by the front door, if that's where you're putting me, my plate is going to be as big as the whole plate. And I'm going to say, yep, you're going to get full off mine.
You're going to get a
and you ain't even
three-course
going
meal.
you ain't even going to get to try anybody else's.
Winning by default.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's that's another thing. Like that's why you really have to stand out. Because about the time you get to 33 chefs, you don't remember what the first thing was that you ate unless it was something that was memorable. So you gotta have those flavors that pop out. You gotta have the presentation. We're gonna always come with presentation.
I was about to say that is I think that's what's really gonna win you more than anything. And it sounds messed up because your food is gonna stand toe to toe with anyone's. Like again, even if you make the sandwich, but I think what really sets you apart from everyone else is your attention to all the details. Like I can't imagine how many people are gonna be there at Titans at Tailgate with literally just a 6-foot table, a tablecloth, and a tent, and saying, "Hey, yeah, come try this," and then they're gonna be upset when they lose. But I know for sure, like, I always see your booths, man. They are unique, they are creative, they are beautiful. They tie into what you're doing, and I think that's what's gonna draw people to your booth before they fill up on anything. But also, that's what people are gonna remember. They're gonna say, "Man, I'm so full of good food." They're gonna forget what bad food ever tasted like. Who do I even vote for? And they're gonna look and they're gonna see you shining like a beacon.
Yeah, that's where I need to get my ticket to. That guy that cooks great chicken.
In the sea of mediocrity, every detail counts to stand out. But dude, I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see it. And is this Saturday?
Saturday, noon to 4.
Happening where?
At the Sunken Garden.
Oh.
Yeah, so it'll be a nice outdoor event. Again, 33 chefs. The tickets are only like $75. So just imagine having
33-course meal.
I'm saying for $75 and drink pairing. Like it's pretty much the best opportunity around. And there's also going to be another competition that we're not going to sign up for, but it's the United We Brunch.
Oh yeah.
They wanted $1,500.
Oof, yeah, no, not for $3.99. Not for $3.99.
Like, does it hurt to pay something? Like,
Well, so one of the ways that it was in Arizona when I was a part of the food truck festival, which was awesome and it was great. I was a little bit salty that the food truck festival happened a year after they shut down my food truck. Cause dude, okay, I was there, freshman in college at Arizona State. Food trucks did not exist in Phoenix, Arizona. Food trucks existed everywhere in San Antonio. So I said, beautiful business opportunity, partnered up with a rich kid and said, "Hey man, you buy the truck, I'll be the business guy and I'll put everything together." So he buys our first truck, I make all the tacos, I make all our recipes, our operations, brand us. We were called Little Mexico, because you know your boy. But anywho's, we went our whole first year of operation before people's like, wait, you're only 18 years old? Yeah, we ain't doing business with you now. You're done, whatever. And so we get kicked off campus. No one wants to meet with us, discuss legalities. It was a very powerful learning experience. But then the very next year, Arizona's first ever food truck festival. But one of the things that they did though, because it was the same, hey, if someone buys a ticket, you're gonna go in. They partnered up with a nonprofit, which meant none of the participating food trucks got a single dime out of the ticket sales because, oh, it's nonprofit. But one of the things they did was partner everyone with a sponsor. So basically, instead of buying your way in, you could only come if someone was gonna pay your tab. So it would be like one food truck, for example, sponsored themselves. And so they got to say, hey, we made a $5,000 donation to this to feed 1,000 people, but in reality, they just kept that $5,000. Other people went to a car dealership and said, hey, can you sponsor our team?
And
Boom, they go, and then they say, okay, hey, here's $5,000 for you to cover your food cost, your labor, to make sure you get paid for a day's worth of work. And at the time, I didn't even think anything of it. I was like, yeah, of course you gotta sponsor a team, but whatever. But like now that I've done a bunch of these events, worked them as both an employee, as the employer and all that stuff, I think that is such a cool way to do it because A, it was all for nonprofit, but people still got taken care of. No one had to sacrifice themselves. No one had to slave away for it. Everyone got to win because of that.
Yeah, and then that's pretty much the same model that the Ronald McDonald House did. You know, you had a sponsor. The teams were given the task to raise money, and you know your sponsor could pay for your food as well. So you know that's a good, like you said, win-win. The people that are sponsoring gets to promote their business, show what they're doing for the community. Chefs are not, you know, losing money and time. You know that kind of helps us out as well. And I think that's maybe my big thing. But once again, nobody's forcing you to do these events.
Yeah.
So you know,
just like
let me not even. Yeah. This is also an opportunity for us to be in front of 350 people that we might not never have been in front of. So these events, given the circumstances of being, you know, food and cocktail driven, only foodies are really going to be there. Nobody who doesn't really care to eat great food and have an experience will pay $75, even though it's a great deal. They're like, I'm not paying $75 to go anywhere to eat. So
yeah,
we're going to be in front of our ideal clientele, and a lot of content creators will be there. So
and the people you'll be around with too.
Oh yeah,
you know, because
networking.
like
Oh yeah,
like that's the thing is the people that are going out there not only to compete but to eat are fans. You know, so I'm sure you being there is selling X amount of tickets for them because it's your clientele saying, oh shit, if Tice is going to be there,
oh yeah,
that means everyone else here is going to be good too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got Jason Dady putting it on and he attracts a lot of foodies. And
oh yeah, man. Nicola Black's going to be there, Jerry Shack, Christina.
Fried chicken.
It's going to be there. From
Oh my
Dashi.
God, Christina's out.
Yeah,
Shit.
she'll be there.
Little firecracker, that one.
The Chef Laurent from what's the French?
Big on the Banks.
No, is he at Big on the Banks too?
I think maybe that's where he started. Either way, it might just be a French name, but from where though?
From Mon Choo Choo.
Oh, then yeah, it might be a different.
I feel like they're the same. Are they under the same group?
That's a good question that we should look up. Anyone know, is Mon Choo Choo part of Big on the Banks?
I thought you told me that.
Because no, I will say this. I knew Big on the Banks when I was working downtown. Their executive chef was Chef Laurent. But I don't know if it's the same guy that's not Mon Choo Choo. I don't know if it's a different French Lawrence or what it might be. But, you know, that'll be, let's see what old Goog has to say about it.
Let's see what we got here. But, yeah, man, we, you know, this is kind of the direction that we see ourselves going into with the Mirepoix.
Yeah, let us know what you think about this style of content, this style of letting you into our world, as opposed to, you know, I know it's always a lot of fun to see what's coming on the bingo board and see how we can challenge ourselves to do things like that, but I think this is a lot more impactful just, if nothing else, for our businesses. Now I'm not just making a random drink. I'm actually R&Ding for a purpose and for a reason. Are they, or?
So they're part of Southerly.
Ah,
Yeah.
both of them, or just Monchuchu?
Monchuchu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I knew it was one of those restaurant groups. I can't even remember what it was, but yeah, Southerly, which makes sense because they're pretty much right next to each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, do we have time to talk about preparation to these events, or we're gonna close it out? How long have we been?
Dude, that's a good question. We're at 8. I mean, we're at an hour. We're at our hour.
I think that's a good wrap up, man.
It's a new style,
Yeah.
so we're figuring out our flow. It feels like we're starting all over again. But definitely share this with everyone you know. Like, comment, share, subscribe, tag people in stuff, let people know we exist. But more important than any of that, our taste buds. Let us know what you think about this style of podcast. Let us know what you think about seeing behind the scenes, being part of our active R&D, being an active part of our business as opposed to a spectator getting entertained by our show. Do y'all enjoy this style better? Do you want to go back to that? Talk to us.
Yeah.
Talk to us. You're our taste buds. You define our palates. So let us know what you want us to feed you. Man, do we even do post shift anymore?
I mean, I guess we can kind of let them know what our week looks like.
Yeah. So what you got going on for the week, my friend?
Oh my goodness, man. So I just got an amazing call today. Fingers crossed that one gets sealed. It'll be an amazing opportunity. So I need to map out a 3-day weekend for 140 people. And I told her I'll get that to her by Wednesday. So I really need to be working on that tonight. Need to solidify the masquerade ball that we're going to be doing in April. I want to say April 13th. I gotta make sure those dates don't run into each other now that I said that out loud.
Hey, I'm gonna say this: take it, and if they do outsource it, I'll go feed 150 people. You give me the menu. I got people. We got mercenaries.
Hey, amen to that. And then, of course, the tailgates of Titans of Tailgate is Saturday. So Mia's gonna come over Wednesday. We're gonna start getting packed up, organized. Preparation is the name of the game. Real quick, too, guys. We're reading Unreasonable Hospitality, and I read a bar today that is like really sticking with me about how persistency beats talent. It beats the education. It beats the genius and all these other things. Like, if you really want to go out and be somebody in this world, be persistent. So I am pursuing the winning dish. I'm persistent in getting these big clients. I'm going to be persistent with staying organized, staying ahead of the game. And it's the Kobe year, baby. So we got a lot of things to get going. And
if you need other examples of persistency, I don't know if that's the word, of persistence paying off, remember, Roger went from "go home, Roger" to dating both Tia and Tamara at the same time. Persistence is key. Persistence will yield you unimaginable results.
Yeah, any example you need, just watch Disney Channel in general.
Yeah.
And, all the examples.
Okay, total random tangent, total random side note. Early 2000s Disney, was it not racist towards white people? Bro, I feel like every major show on early 2000s Disney
That's So
Raven. Any white character would be the stereotypical cowardice, goofy, lame, nerdy white character, and they were all the same. Every single one of those white characters, whether it was That's So Raven, whether it was the Proud Family, you name the show,
hey,
find me the white character, they all look like that white girl in Proud Family.
I'm gonna say this. Is it racist if it's true? I remember growing up, and every white person in my group fit the character, fit the shoe very well, man. Reparation. The least you can do this.
Dude, honestly, I will take that. They went from having the token black character to the token white character.
I'll take it.
But yeah, so My week coming up. This past month has been nothing but sales pitches and finding cool people to partner with to do even bigger things. I've been talking to Kaius a lot about how I have these grand ambitions and these brilliant visions and designs and all these things of what I want to do. But I gotta stay humble and realize I am not quite there yet. I don't have the resources. I don't have the skills, the talent. I'm over here trying to do level 500 stuff, and I'm barely level 15, you know? So there's a long way to go. It's an exciting journey. But a lot of those efforts I've been putting in this past month are starting to pay off. The cold calls and sales pitches are turning into invoices. And that's what I got coming up this week is setting out those invoices, getting the contracts signed, the deposits paid, and finding cooler and cooler people to partner with. So if you know any cool venue spaces, if you know any cool chefs, if you know any cool bartenders, if you know anyone who's willing to do something grand and extraordinary, let the guild know. We want to be the magnifying glass that helps shine upon your greatness. And that's what we got coming up for the week. Follow us on Instagram if you have not done so yet.
Yeah.
At the Guild TX.
At
TheGildTX.
My bad. At Chef Kaius, CHEFKAIUS. Would love to get the extra follow.
Yo.
I might follow you back if you got something. I'm just joking. We follow back at times. But yeah, man, thank y'all for tuning in. It's been great getting you reacquainted with you guys. We have missed you. We talked about you all the time. But if you don't see us, catch us on the morning brew. You know,
We'll see you tomorrow morning.
Yeah, absolutely. So cool, man.
Yeah, dude, that was an episode, bro.
That was an episode.
That was an episode.